My father and my mother came here because the United States is the land of opportunity. Our sect of Islam was highly persecuted by other sects. So Islam is not monolithic. It's not one big, everyone's Muslim, they're all the same. They're all very different. And our sect was persecuted by other sects. And so they came here to the United States for freedom, for opportunity, and for the chance to have a good life. Pretty much the exact same reasons that your ancestors probably came here as well.
And so at that moment, I bowed my knee. I prayed to receive the Lord. It sounded very Muslim, what I prayed. No one had told me about a sinner's prayer. But I prayed to receive the Lord. Intellectually in that moment, I assented to the gospel, but it didn't really hit me until a few days later, when my mom was standing in front of me. And if you had met her before that day, you would have seen a woman who had light in her eyes. She just loved to receive people. She welcomed people into her home, fed them till they were far beyond full, always gregarious, talkative. That was my mom. But it was like that day, I reached into her eyes and turned off that light. She's never been the same.
Well, my dad came here, he didn't really know much of anything. And so first day he comes, he steps off the plane, happens to be the day that Elvis died. And so he looks at the newspaper says, "The king is dead." And my dad says, "Oh, well, I have a lot to learn. I thought they were a democracy." And so that's how they started. They started with pretty much nothing, and my mom and my dad, when they got here, they really did have nothing. I don't know if you remember, but back in the 70s, maybe even in the 80s, when you went to McDonald's and you got a Big Mac, there was like a styrofoam container, and they had like a little cardboard thing to keep the Big Mac standing up straight. Well, they used to wash those out and clean them and use them as their dishes.